What up everyone, it's TyranitarTube and I'm going to be looking at every Gigantamax. Some of you guys may know this, but I don't actually know every Gigantamax that's in the game. I don't go searching for spoilers, so I only know like the 4 or 5 that popped up during this like over spring drawing. I know like Cabbage, Sandaconda, Sizzlipede, but there's so many more I don't know. I saw a Lapras here and there, I don't know what it properly looks like, and it's on the cover of some booster boxes. And I've heard words about a Kingler. There can be a Gigantamax Kingler, is there? So I'm gonna be reacting to them and giving you guys my actual thoughts on each one as well. I thought it was too late to do this video, but the last one banged. You guys sent that to heaven. Thanks everyone who shanked like. Let's do this. Alright, first one is Charizard. You can't lie, this thing looks so sick. Let's all take a second and make the joke they made another Charizard form. Now leave it in the dirt. Why wouldn't Game Freak make a Charizard form? It makes them more money. It's the most popular Pokemon. Leave him alone. I think it's a sick form, and he lands down, but it's even sick how they implemented it in the story, showing it as the undefeatable signature of Leon. F it. I'm saying too many words. It's supposed to be simple. Butterfree. Now this thing don't even look. It looked like a cousin of a Butterfree. This thing don't even look that different. But I'm traumatized in VGC. All the difference is a little fluff. These Gigantamaxes get special moves when you play them. The Butterfreeze is broken. It like either puts the opponent's Pokemon, both of them, to sleep, paralyzes, poisons. You could use it again every turn. Pikachu. I think I don't like it because we just got a bunch of Pikachu in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so it doesn't amuse me. I remember the leak said that it's gonna be the fat-looking retro Pikachu. This ain't how fat he was. He ate way more to get to this state. He's fat here. You could fit 2 retro Pikachus in this thing. I don't know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of some creepy thing. Is it a meme? Just a long creeping cat? Machamps. This thing is sick. This is like the closest we'll get to a Mega Machamp. He's so buff, his hands are like molten. If he was a Mega, would he be part fire? I don't know why he's wearing pants though. I think the concept is similar to Mega Evolution, where it like makes them evolve a bit further. Now I do know that these Dynamaxes or Gigantamaxes are like a Sasano. Put it on screen right now. This thing, it's like inside, and it has this like armor of a giant Pokemon. But I don't think it actually grows to that size. I think it's inside controlling like this big morphed thing that it creates. Some people said it's like a projection. It's not a projection. It's not a freaking made out of light. It's like a Sasano. Gengar. So I never saw this before, but I saw it on Showdown. I got it spoiled to me. This is so sick because it's like an alternate Mega Gengar. It's gigantic, sucks everything up. I like it. We need a villain that like sets up a circus and it eats all the people in a Gengar tank. It's like in the ground and its hand sticking up. So it's like the same effect. It really feels like this could be a Mega Gengar X and Y. Put this one beside the other one. They look kind of like cool counterparts. This one may be defensive, especially defensive. Oh my frick! There's a Kingler. What is this? What am I looking at? Yo, I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's just so much meat. Its meat is coming out of its shell? What is... Yo. I have no idea what the hell that is. Is it like... What is its move? What's exclusive to Pokemon Shield? Is it a defensive Pokemon? Oh, this is sick. See, I wanted to make this video because eventually I'm gonna have to see them all. So I'd rather do it on camera and get my first reaction. Okay, I'm looking up its G-Max move. It's G-Max Foam Burst. Oh, it's kinda ass. It lowers the opponent's speed by 2 when you use it. It's not ass actually. For example, Charizard's G-Max move sets up like a fire spin on the opponent. Butterfree G-Max Befuddle inflicts status conditions on the opponent. Pikachu paralyzes all the opponents. Meowth confuses your opponents. Machamp pumps the user up and its allies, raising the chance of crit hits. That's hard to use. I understand they can't make your attack go up by 2 or anything. That's hard to use. Gengar's mean looks them so they can't switch out. And then Kingler's lowers their speed by 2. That's cool. I don't know what I'm looking at, but he gets like a giant arm. This looks like a lot of crab meat. Eat some crab Kingler. Is it edible? Can we hit that armor that the Pokemon is inside and just eat the giant Kingler? Lapras. So where are these Pokemon in the game? Where's Kingler found and where's Lapras? This thing looks... It's like carrying an island now. Oh, so Gengar and Lapras are used by the exclusive gym leaders. There's not much to say about Lapras. Lapras gets G-Max Resonance. Oh, I think it sets up an Aurora Veil. So it's like a light screen and reflect. That's a sick Gigantamax actually. G-Max Resonance. Eevee and Pikachu are a little odd. They just get really fat and fluffy. I know they're literally thrown in their last minute, but it feels like they're thrown in their last minute. Eevee gets G-Max Cuddle, which infatuates the opponent if they're the opposite gender. Oh my god, Snorlax. This one's a banger. So this is actually what Snorlax, I think Mega Snorlax looks like in a fan game, Pokemon Insurgents. It just grows a tree on it. I don't get it. What's the story with Gigantamaxes? Where does this form come from? This man is like the Regigigas syndrome. He's gotten moss growing all over him. Maybe in a sense like it messes with time and space. You know when you're fighting Eternatus, like time and space is warping around you? I don't know. So I don't even have to look this up. Snorlax gets G-Max Replenish, which brings its berry back so it can keep recovering HP and it does so much damage. Snorlax is a good one. See, Snorlax got this tree and all, which obviously isn't the most exciting thing ever. But imagine they just made Snorlax stand up and look at you all fierce. That's kind of what Pikachu and Eevee was, with no tree. Garbodor. How brave of them to make a Gigantamax Garbodor. The most hated Pokemon. Not the most. One of the most. They gave us the middle finger, like, take Gigantamax Garbodor. He's giving me the finger. So this thing's supposed to be the size of like 2 buildings. But he's got a Cleffa that huge. He's got a ship, cars. This thing is the big pollution boss. I like it. They could have made Muck. They could have gone Gen 1. There's your Charizard answer. They're trying the other gens. Corviknight, I'm not too much a fan of, but I think it's because we saw them in the trailers. That's the thing with me. If it's shown in trailers, it looks like the common thing. I actually see what their G-Max moves are. Garbodor gets G-Max Malodor, and poisons the opponents. Is that toxic poison? Surely not. Corviknight gets G-Max Windrage. Ew, it's a defog. It's a freaking defog. Oh, that's so ass. Ooh, Orbeetle. Oh, I saw this somewhere. He's a full-on UFO Pokemon. Oh, God. Taking how different the Beedrill of this generation looks. It's a freaking psychic type. He gets G-Max Gravitas, and it summons Gravity. Oh, these are so bad. When I'm saying they're bad, you might be like, oh, but you can use them. Yeah, everything's usable. That's ass, bro. Why would I want my G-Max move to set up Gravity? I got a Pokemon beside me, let it use Gravity. What do I do next turn? Set up Gravity again? 3 Dynamax turns, let's set up Gravity 3 times. Dreadnought. I know that some of y'all are fans of Dreadnought. I don't want to offend you, but Dreadnought looks so incomplete. So I'm kind of biased against liking Dynamax Dreadnought. G-Max Stone Surge summons Stealth Rocks. That's not bad. That's not bad, I suppose. Corviknight's Defog and Orbeetle's Gravity can work, but come on. Next up, Colossal. Yo, this thing's a big mess. I feel like they actually sat and thought about Colossal for a while and for too long, and then they came up with this. I know the intention is for it to be a big mess, but God, it's so ugly. You can't hate on it though. Well, I'm hating on it because they're making it look ugly on purpose. They're making it look like a mess. Not every Pokemon's supposed to be Tinder worthy. I forgot Falafel and Appleton had a Gigantamax. There's so many Gigantamaxes. Holy. So they both have the exact same one. I made this joke. It shows they're the same Pokemon inside, like the Mega Latios and Latios. Oh, they have different G moves. Max moves. Flapple's G-Max moves lowers the evasiveness of your opponents. Okay. Then I can land Blizzard and stuff. And Appleton's G-Max move heals the user and its allies of their status conditions. Imagine it actually healed your allies 50% or at least 25% to be broken. To be sick. They're quite ugly. I'm not sure if those are its eyes. It's quite a good idea for a dragon though. Sandaconda. Yeah, I've seen this before. It's a cool Pokemon. It's a giant tornado. Sandaconda's move summons a Sand Tomb for the opponent. I think the opponent, not the opponents. I think only one opponent. So it traps them and takes damage. That's not bad. Stuff like that can be used a lot more easily, like breaking the opponent's sashes and stuff. Oh, Sandascorch. Oh, it's so weird when it creates that pattern. Oh, its G-Max move summons a Fire Spin. So Charizard is something different. it damages non-fire types. It's like a different kind of fire spin. Hatterene. I don't know if my memory's messing with me, but Hatterene does not look so different here. I think all that happens is it gets like taller. What? Hatterene has the same effect as Meowth. It confuses the opponent. You guys might have a different opinion than me on this, but I feel like all it did is get like taller. Grimm Snow, freaking behemoth, giant, just terror, nightmare. Optimus Prime look at his feet, bro. How does he stand up? He's kind of sick, I can't lie. He's kind of in a sense counterparts with Hatterene, right? I think Grimmsnarl wins out of their Gigantamaxes. Looks cooler. Grimmsnarl has a 50% chance of essentially using Yawn when it attacks. Why? 50% chance of landing Yawn, which then puts him to sleep next turn. Bro, Butterfree just could put both of them to sleep. Bruh, you've done him so dirty. At least make it 100% chance of Yawn. You may be like, yo, that's broken, but like, this is your Gigantamax. This has to be your 3 turns of fighting broken, while your opponent figures if they want to counter it with their Gigantamax. Gigantamax pretty much gives both you and your opponent like an overpowered ace up your sleeve. Why would I want my ace to have a 50% chance to Yawn, when you could have a Butterfree that puts both my Pokemon to sleep at once? Gigantamax outcreme me. A lot of thought went into this one. This is the first like Gigantamax we saw, and it got us so confused. It's showing that all the Alchremies are linked together, and so it gets all the toppings of all its like 52 forms. Let me see. Its move is... Its move is G-Max Finale, and it heals the user and its allies for 1/6 of their max HP. 1/6? Fam, that's like... What is leftovers? 1/16? Okay, that's not bad. Twice left... Bro, that's ass, bro. Twice leftovers? No wonder I've never seen this thing in VGC. At least 1/3, man. At least 1/3. What am I gonna do with like 50 more HP? I think we're almost done. Cop Roger, yeah, we've seen this. This is the big evil Chairman Rose Pokemon. She did a good job showing its signature. And also, he's subpar champion level. This is like Cynthia's Garchomp, Chairman Rose's Cop Raja. Yo, take away this man's trunk. This man is just the Tiki Stone. This man is the Thwomp from Mario Bros. Just walking around side to side. Wait, what the frick is wrong with it? Where's its legs? I've never noticed Capraja stands up. The elephant stands up and it... Oh no! I thought it was a giant mammoth. Oh, it stands up. I don't know how I feel. But my dude's a freaking elephant, not a tiki. No wonder I'm laughing at it when you take its trunk away. If it loses, it'll fall over and die. We got some laughs out of me. Let me see. He gets... What? G-Max Steel Surge scatters sharp spikes around the field. What the hell are those? What? There's a new entry hazard. Sharp steel spikes. Pokemon entering that side of the field take damage proportional to their max HP. Based on how effective steel... So it's a steel version of Stealth Rocks. So if you send in a Weevil, it loses 25% of its health. If you send in like Aurorus, it loses 50% of its health. Oh, that's sick. But you can only activate it. There's no Toxic Spikes or Stealth Rocks. You have to use the Gigantamax move. That's pretty sick. I can rate that. I could try using Capraja to activate that. I don't know how many weaknesses to steel there are, but I suppose you'd have to come up with like an entry hazard team. Entry hazards aren't the best in VGC though. There's only 4 Pokemon, and the battles end in like 6 to 8 turns. Oh, there's only one left. Gigantamax Duraludon. I don't like Duraludon, so my dude pisses me off, and I'm sorry if he's your favorite. I don't hate you. He's a skyscraper. Maybe it's like something psychological. Maybe it transforms based off like something in its head. That's why Snorlax sleeps and it grows trees. He wants to be a skyscraper or something. I know Game Freak probably didn't think it through, but it's fun to come up with some idea to how their Gigantamaxes work. So sick to finally see them all. Oh my god. This thing reduces 2 PP from the Sorry. Who the frick ordered this much disrespect? Who Uber eated this much disrespect? That's so bad. Who wants to reduce 2 PP? Oh my god, that's so bad, bro. No wonder I hate him. You're justifying everything. Yo, I did not Gigantamax to take 2 PP. Make it 5 PP. Make it so if I catch you using Blizzard and I survive, you lose all your Blizzards. That's worth the Gigantamax. Your Gigantamax is how you can win the game back when you're losing, if you save it for the end. And it's how the opponent can sweep you if they use it in the beginning. And this man wants to take 2 PP away with his ace up the sleeve. Alright, that's all the Gigantamaxes, but there's the DLC. These are the new Gigantamaxes. So first off, we've got Venusaur and Blastoise. You don't know how proud I am they got Gigantamaxes. So it's the same thing they did with Blaziken. They foreshadowed Blaziken in X and Y, and then the next year they gave us Mega Blazikens, Mega Evolutions for the other 2. Yo, Mega Venusaur looks sick! Oh, they did the Gen 1 starters sick, bro. Its things grow and it looks at you with those green eyes. Oh, that's sick. It better be defensive. You better have a sick secondary effect. It better not. Imagine it like sets up an Ingrain or sets up a Leech Seed. Leech Seed both the opponents at once. Suck up all that HP. That better. Oh, I'm gassed over Venusaur, man. My headcanon is almost like, Leon was trained by Mustard here. And Mustard is from these parts of the region that you can't get in the normal game. So I feel like Leon got his Charmander from those parts, from the DLC. So that's why he has this like one-of-a-kind Charmander. And there the Pokemon are like rampaging really strong. So he's winning a lot of battles with the Charmander you got from there. I feel like the Bulbasaur and Squirrel you get from there have to be just as overpowered. I mean, the Gigantamax, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Let me see Blastoise's. Holy frick! He gets a whole city on his back. Yo, this is fishy. He's got the markings that Charizard does too. Can you see those markings? Yeah, Venusaur got them on its belly, don't it? So the markings have to mean something. Maybe when Sinnoh remakes come out, we'll know these markings mean something. There's an ad in the way, so I can't see half of Blastoise, but it looks pretty sick. Yeah, they're gonna do Blastoise dirty, man. They're gonna make an opponent gets Whirlpools. Oh yeah, take 1/16 of their health away. Yo, you see, where's its cannons? I was gonna say it's like all artillery for a massive cannon shot, but he's missing the cannon. He's got all these little cannons. Maybe come up with some future sight thing where like it hits you with a water move, but there's also like one shot in the sky that hits you next turn. You know what I mean? So what you gonna do with all these tiny ass cannons? It reminds me of the 3 Gen 8 starters, which I'm hyped about. Okay, with those out of the way, the sniper. Let me look at Inteleon first. Gigantamax Inteleon. Bro, these ads. I can't even see it. This thing is an actual sniper. So Inteleon has the hidden ability Sniper, and it's so hard to use because you have to rely on getting a crit, and it does like double the damage. They've made this thing an actual sniper with the gun. They've banned guns from Pokemon anime episodes, but they've given this man a literal sniper. So this dude coils up, gets the high ground, and snipes the opponents. That is such a sick design. I wanted to get a Gigantamax move that always lands a crit. So with that sniper ability, literally anything it shoots dies. Doesn't raise stats or anything. It just shoots something, crit, dies. Backed up by the sniper ability. You'd be so pissed scared if the opponent Gigantamaxes this. You'd have to fight it by protecting. You'd have to stall out its 3 turns. This might be the best one. Alright, that's Inteleon. See, Inteleon got the little gun. Turned into a full sniper. Did well. CIA agent did well. Alright, next up, Cinderace. We gotta do Cinderace. So this thing is a little football player. So we got Score Bunny here. So this one, when he does Pyro Bomb, he does keep ups with the little flame ball, shoots it at you into the net. Now he's got a gigantic fireball. What is this thing gonna do? This thing has, I think he's just on top with long ass ears. Is he Messi or Ronaldo? Also, what is that in the distance? Multiple Cinderaces coming from the sun. This thing has to like 100% burn you. Has to scar you somehow. Maybe like a red card. He fouls you. É vantagem brasileira, pode dar vantagem seu juiz. Dá vantagem pro He hits you with the Powerball, then he falls on his ankle, gets a free red card. Something like that, I don't know the terminology. His Powerball has come to life, it has eyes. I don't know what it can do that would be worth the hype. Set up the sun? Fire moves already do that. Cause a fire spin, cause burn. I want something to happen when he hits you with that gigantic Powerball. It could burn both the opponents. If it burnt the opponent and set up the sun, that'd be really strong because next turn you do 50% more damage. I don't know. I can't figure out what I want to happen when it hits you with this. That is such a sick Gigantamax form. You knew they were gonna do it. The moment they made it so that, like, I got a Centiskorch, and I was so happy after I saw Kabu's Gigantamax mine, and it just turned to the normal Centiskorch Dynamax. The moment I realized that you have to have a special Pokemon to Gigantamax, I knew when Zacian and stuff can't Dynamax, who may be special cases and not be actually counting. But especially with the starters, the fact that they can make up why these ones can't Dynamax, that they had to introduce something like that. No one obviously fathomed DLCs, but I thought in Sinnoh remakes or something, they'd be preparing Dynamaxes for them. We've got one more and then we're done. It's our boy, Rilla Boom. Tell me how this man comes out with the whole drum set. Oh, that is so sick. He's got everything. He's a natural wooden... You walk into the jungle. You're lost. And you hear this tiki music. You walk closer, there's a giant Rilla Boom in the forest. This man is the ultimate nature boy, and his hair gives him 4 extra arms. He just plays the drums. What do I want this thing's move to do? Obviously, you have to use drum beating. So what would G-Max drum beating do? Maybe since he's grown all these trees, he could get an ingrain. Sort of like the idea I said for Venusaur. It could be a sound move that hits the opponents, and then the sound rings in their ears, and they take residual damage. I don't know. I don't even know if that's good enough. I want something good for Rilla Boom. His hidden ability is grassy terrain, which would be sick. Cause on his first attack, maybe this won't set up the grassy terrain, so that his ability can set it up and do 50% more with this move. Because usually you'd have to use like max overgrowth and summon the terrain. Sorry if you don't play VGC, but there's so much competitive in this, and I'm ass at it anyway. He's a little excited to got his hands in the air. Perhaps it could be something like, the more you use this move, the more it does. So in the first turn it does 140, then like 180, then like 220. Because like you're continuing to play song. And it should be something very high, because there's more ways to use Gigantamaxes than just spamming moves. You have to protect, you have to aim for other Pokemon. So it'll be strong because you can sort of predict what the opponent's gonna do when they have Gigantamax Rilla Boom. Damn, that's the last one. There's some good Gigantamaxes, man. They saved some really good ones. I love Inteleons. I want to see what that giant Powerball can do. Oh wait, no, there's one more. There's one more. It's one that was hidden in the code. Toxtricity. So when they announced the DLC, you knew this thing was gonna be released before March. It was hidden in the game. It got released. And this is the Pokemon that's on the giant on the hills. It was an ancient Toxtricity that people thought was wrecking havoc when it was really probably Eternatus. Oh, this thing looks sick. This thing looks sick, man. They put all their budget into this. Get on the ground. I think its G-Max move like paralyzes or poisons both the enemies. See how good that is? And the freaking 50% chance of landing Yawn. 2 PP! You know Game Freak put a lot of work into Toxtricity. This might have been like one of the first Pokemon they made. It might have been. That's why there's statues of it and that's why it's on the hills. Like, you know Rhydon's the first Pokemon made, right? They made 2 forms first. They have a lot of love for Toxtricity. So it's cool because Amped form and Low-Key form have the same Gigantamax and it combines the 2. So it has the silver, bluish electric hair and the yellow one. Anyhow, that's my thoughts on all the Gigantamaxes. Shank that like button. At this point, I've seen everything in the game now, so I can't do one of these thoughts videos again. But, what? Wait. Urshifu, the DLC Pokemon, apparently it's confirmed he has a Gigantamax. Oh, we don't know what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a legendary, it's a mythical Pokemon with the Gigantamax. One of them's a dark type, one of them's a water type. Well, I suppose we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the Gigantamax Pokemon. Shank that like. Thankfully, I've finally seen them all. So now there's nothing left to spoil for me in this game. I've avoided it for long enough. I'm pretty impressed how many there are. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell is... There's a freaking Melmetal? Hold on. Where... I saw that, right? Oh. Never mind. No, there's a freaking Melmetal! They made a Gigantamax for Melmetal? What the hell is this? Ew, it's all melted. I mean, I'm gassed that there's actually a Gigantamax for this thing. Where is this? Yo, this is just Melmetal stretched out. This is crazy. How strong is this thing? Are you serious? Does it have a dex entry? In a distant land, there are legends about a Cyclops. There are legends about a Cyclopean giant It's a freaking Cyclops for real. In fact, the giant was a Melmetal that was flooded with Gigantamax energy. It can send electric beams streaking out from the hole in its body. The beams' tremendous energy can vaporize an opponent in one shot. In a distant land, there are legends about a Cyclopean giant. What's that distant land? I don't know if they'll ever tell us, but I suppose what they're trying to tell us is that Melmetal doesn't belong to any generation. It's not a Gen 7 or Gen 8 Pokemon, I suppose. Well, I'm gassed now that I saw that. It has been revered after 3,000 years. So it's probably from the original Pokemon that rampaged over Galar. We do have at least 2 more confirmed coming out for the 2 forms of the new mythical Pokemon. So we'll check those out. But strength the like, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.